Welcome to Getting Real with John Natale. I'm your host, John Natale, today for a great conversation, a great topic, and something I'm hugely passionate about: the power of a personal brand. I talk plenty about personal brand, the power that it brings you, and today we are going to go down exactly what that power is, and we are going to go step by step to what a personal brand could bring you in your business. If you are looking to grow your personal brand, you are in the right place. Here at Natale, our entire companies, from the real estate company to the coaching company to the media company, everything we are doing is to help people grow their personal brand, help them find some balance, help people grow their business, and help people grow their life. That is what we are about. If you could take this episode and share it with a friend that you know is looking to grow their personal brand, I would be greatly appreciative of it. If you'd share it to social media, if you'd subscribe to us, if you'd rate us 5 stars, anything you can help us do to continue pushing our mission here at Getting Real and here at our Natale companies, so less people fail in real estate and business and more people find the life of their dreams in real estate or business. That is it. It's pretty simple. However, it is a grand one. We are here to redesign the real estate industry, and this podcast is a big part of it. So anything you can do to help us spread that message, I'd appreciate you so damn much. If you are looking for a dynamic real estate company here in New Jersey to join, we have an unbelievable one for you. Hit the link below, look at some of our options, book a call with me to discuss your career here in New Jersey. If you're in one of the other 49 states or in another country, we have an unbelievably fast-growing coaching company where we are coaching agents in all aspects of their business and helping them grow their business and helping them grow their life. Take a second, look at some of the options below, and absolutely book a free discovery call with me. It does not hurt you. It will not cost you anything, just to go through some of your options. And if you are interested in growing your personal brand, there is no better coaching company. We are all doing this at a very high level. People that I coach have gone from minimal followers to thousands. People that I coach have gone from a decent following to changing their lives with the following they've developed. Of course, they are out there doing the work. However, having a coach that can help you narrate your storytelling, help you develop great hooks, help you grow your brand, help you figure out all the different aspects of growing a great business and growing your life, all of it is entailed with what we do. So please take a second below, look at some of the links, check us out, and book a call with me. Now let's dive into the power of a personal brand. We are going to go down the word power. Every single letter will have a meaning behind it, and I'm going to talk about what personal brand brings you. And the letter P of power is purpose. See, when you develop a personal brand, one of the most important parts of having a personal brand is putting yourself out there, putting your opinions out there to be judged, which is very scary in the beginning. However, people get a sense for what your convictions are, what your mission is, what your vision is. And that is what a powerful personal brand could bring you, is that purpose. You start to really find causes that you believe in. You could tell from my content, especially if you see my agent-facing account. I believe in the work that real estate agents do. Through and through, there's no doubt about it. And if you watch my content and watch how I stand up to a lot of these faceless trolls, you can tell that. And it's a big driver of what I do, because I know how hard it is. I've been doing this 16 years, and I still do sell houses to a certain degree. So I know what the industry is like. I'm not sitting up here in a corporate CEO office. I'm in the grind just like you, and I know how hard it is, and I know how hard the average agent's job is, especially if they have a family, and especially if they're trying to manage all these different things, have a social life, have friendships, have, great relationships with your family and or your kids. All of these different things are damn near impossible with a career in real estate. However, the agents that find the right formula, man, they live the life of their dreams. And I'm passionate about seeking out those people, helping them. And I'm also very passionate, and I have a purpose in the fact that I don't see these corporate CEOs fighting for our industry. I don't see the head of NAR fighting for our industry. You don't see it. And so it's part of my purpose. And you could probably sense that in my content. It's part of my personal brand. So people start to really get what you're about. On the consumer-facing side, I like showing houses here at the shore. And I also talk about how messed up the housing market really is, especially for people younger in age. How hard it is to afford. Strategies in which they can get there if they undertake them. Because I believe in home ownership in this country. I believe in all the paths to wealth. I believe in the opportunities that home ownership brings you and your life. And I'm passionate about it. And it's part of my purpose to help educate people on the best ways to get there if they need the help. And when you start to develop your personal brand, you really start to develop some purpose behind what you're doing. And that's a very, very, very powerful thing that you can do for your life, is find some purpose and find some narrative that you want to put down. Can be scary, because when you find that purpose, you find that mission, you find that vision, it's very hard when you put yourself out there for people to attack you right back. However, when you really find it, those people just drive you to keep going harder, keep going faster, and keep going after it. So it's a very powerful thing to have purpose for your personal brand. The second thing, and the second letter of power, is O. And O in terms of your personal brand, and this one I'm huge on, is opportunity. Your personal brand, I can't tell you what my life looks like now versus 9 months ago where I went all in on my personal brand. I can't even fathom the type of person I was 9 months ago. And the opportunities that I have now compared to 9 months ago are dramatically different. I'm not someone who sat here and I was on $1 Million Listing, was never on Selling Sunset, Selling the Hamptons, any of these TV shows. I've done the work and I built it out, and now I see all the opportunities that it brings you. 9 months ago, I had 2 real streams of income. It was I either sold a house or an agent at our company sold a house. And those 9 months later are still there. However, now I also have a coaching company. I have a media company. We are sitting in a studio that I own. I also get paid and compensated from social media outlets. I have several brand deals. I have several affiliate deals. And all of this income, it's not millions of dollars. However, when you start to look at the opportunities to make money in several different ways from having a personal brand, it lightens the load a hell of a lot. And especially when the market's been so difficult to make $1,000 here, $3,000 here, $5,000 here, $10,000 here, sell a house, make $20,000, all these different things becomes very, very fruitful. We live, my wife and I, our family, we live well below our means anyway. So it's never really about like just having to survive. It is, wow, now, TikTok pays our mortgage, or wow, now this brand deal pays our mortgage or pays our utilities. Wow, this is going to help pay for pre-K next year. This is what having a personal brand brings, is opportunities to earn different income. And it also brings people and things and all sorts of stuff to you when you have a massive personal brand. So talented people want to be around you because you've built out a personal brand, which brings talented people to your world that you can grow with. It also brings a ton of business to you. I can't tell you, we just had an open house this past weekend. I put up a video on Friday of our newest listing. Video has over 100,000 views on TikTok, did pretty well on Instagram as well. We had over 10 people. Now there was about 40 or 50 total that came to the open house. At least a quarter of them all came to that open house and said, wow, I saw John on TikTok. Man, he's hysterical. He's so funny. I learned so much from him. All these great things that they said at the open house literally a day later. So now that listing, this episode will be out in a couple of weeks, but now that listing has multiple offers on it. 2 of the people that are putting offers in came directly from my video. Now, I also had 8 people reach out to me about that house specifically. That is 8 solid leads for a good, nice, move-in ready, beautiful waterfront home here at the Jersey Shore. Did I pay for those leads? No. Is Zillow taking 45% of those leads? No. Is Realtor.com taking 30% of them? No. We are the lead source. And so opportunities are endless when you have a personal brand. Talented people that you want to work with you will want to work with you and work in your world when you have a personal brand. People and leads for your business will be dramatically greater when you have a personal brand. And you'll also mean something to work with. Now, I only do listing those walkthrough videos on listings at our company. You have to list with us to get that type of exposure. You want hundreds of thousands of views, of social media views on your listing, you have to list with us. And that's just the reality of it. And so now it's becoming something marketable here in our local market, and it's making a huge difference. Sellers are noticing, man, I'm only going to go on, Zillow and get 5,000 views, on Realtor.com, get 200 views, all these different things and my agent's going to put a sign in the yard. Screw that. I want to do something cool. I want to be on the person's social media channel that blows this up. And that's what our market's becoming. And those opportunities all come from having a personal brand. Yes, you could pay for all those. You could pay for 100,000 views. You could pay for 100,000 followers. I could care less. We all know that it's not meaningful. And when it actually comes to creating results, it won't do anything. What we've built out here does something for people. We help people do this on the coaching side. Business comes to us directly because they want to work with us. They don't want to work with the average agent. They don't want to just work with the listing agent. They want to work with us. And that is such a powerful thing when it comes to personal brand, is the opportunities that it brings you. W, I know O is probably my favorite. W is right behind it. And W is wisdom. So having a personal brand lets you share and educate so many people. You become the voice of reason for so many. People follow whatever your message is. Now, you could use that for really crappy reasons, let's be honest. There are a lot of creators out there. There's a lot of influencers out there. There's a lot of people who put themselves out there and building a personal brand who use it for god-awful reasons. However, if you use it for the right reasons and you educate people, it is a very, very profound thing on your life to be able to educate people literally just by looking at a camera. It's kind of what I'm doing right now. If I didn't have a personal brand, you would have never listened to this podcast. If you'd never consumed my content, you would have never found this podcast. However, you're here, you're listening to this and or watching it. And the truth is, without any sort of personal brand, you would have never been here. And so now I'm able to share my wisdom to a nationwide and honestly, at this point, worldwide audience within the last 9 months. I don't know about you, but that's crazy to me. That is God's honest crazy that it could happen that fast. Did it happen overnight? No. Did it happen in 2 weeks? No. However, this is all happening because I built out a personal brand and I'm able to share that wisdom, things I believe in, because I have it. And that's a powerful thing for your business. Sharing that wisdom is an important part of life. I don't care if each episode I have, this is the 34th episode, if one person found value and benefited in their business and their life from each episode I have of a podcast that's part of my personal brand, my Lord, that's 34 people that have changed their lives in the last 9 months. That's insane to me. And you can't get to that level without having a personal brand. If no one knows how to find you, you're not going to be able to share your wisdom. And that's a very, 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 very powerful part of a personal brand, is the wisdom in which you can give to the world. E is another favorite and another powerful part of having a personal brand, and that is engagement. People are engaged with what you are doing. They are following your message. They want to know what's happening with your world. And the engagement you get and the engagement you drive is to the extent of which you can grow your personal brand. So I have on both of my, I call them accounts and or, channels, anything you want to consider it. I have two different audiences. My consumer-facing side, so I can help the agents. I developed the consumer-facing side, so I know what consumers like to hear. And being able to drive engagement there helps me then on the agent-facing side share what is actually working. However, on both of these avenues, you're able to share your opinions and share what you believe in, and you get a ton of engagement back. And that's a really cool thing once you've built out a personal brand, is to see how engaged people get with you. And whether you want to call it fandom, I don't really care. But the power of people being able to know you and feel like when they see you in public, they get to, talk to you for a second and engage with you on literally face to face. And they're like kind of starstruck by it is one, insane to me, but two, a very powerful thing for your business. I have people message me all the time like, hey, I saw you with your family over at the park, or hey, I saw you with your family over in ShopRite, at the grocery store. People come up to me and say, hey, John, I love all the content you put out there. Complete strangers. And then they go back and they say to their friends and family, oh my God, I saw that guy on TikTok over at blah, blah, blah. I am just a normal, everyday, regular guy. However, having that for your business is a very big deal because I'm not paying $10,000 a month for a billboard. I'm not paying for 1 million leads. I'm not paying for any of it. All of this is becoming a product of having and creating engagement through your personal brand. So one thing I will say when it comes to engagement is you have to just have a damn opinion. One of the biggest problems I see with people's content is they like to just play Switzerland. And I'm not talking about, diving, Trump versus Biden, right versus left, Democrat, Republican, like how political things can get. However, you should have convictions about the housing market. You should have opinions on what is going on. You should have opinions when you're doing walkthrough tours and ask the audience what they think as well. There's a way to build engagement into your content. However, you can't just solely be the news source 24/7. You have to have an opinion. Because when you have an opinion, yes, maybe 30% of the people are going to attack you as an idiot. However, the 70% of people that either agree with you or at least appreciate the fact that you are putting yourself out there will drive engagement to you. So don't be fearful of it. Don't be fearful of the negative comments that come. Start creating engagement, because then when people engage with you and to build your personal brand, they start to engage with you outside of it, and it changes your damn business and changes your damn life. When people want to engage, take it from a social media or content platform to actually engaging with you in your real life and having a personal brand and being the local expert of choice. Again, I'm not sitting here doing this for the last 6, 7, 8 years that I've been pouring into building my personal brand. We've done tons of other things for business. This I am building as I am talking to you. So please, I was never on a TV show. I never paid for, YouTube exposure or anything like that. This is simply from just putting myself out there in content creation, and engaging with people. And the last little tip I'll leave with engagement is, I don't care what platform you're on, whether it's YouTube, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Instagram, is you have to engage with your damn audience. Too many people are literally just sitting there like, okay, I'm going to put up a video and then I'm never going to comment back. I'm never going to get engaged with my audience. One of the reasons I built such a massive following these last 9 months, again, I started with nothing. In the last 9 months is solely because I literally will comment back to every single comment, and also DM every single person that DMs me back. I don't care how dumb the question is. I don't care what they're looking for. I will answer every single person, or at least try to. Let's be realistic. Maybe it's like 97, 98% that leaves a comment or engages with my content or messages me. That is how you build out community, and that is how you build out a huge personal brand. The last letter and the last part of the power of personal brand is R. And R, guys, is for reputation. And you can insert your favorite Taylor Swift song from her Reputation album here. However, the reality is the power of a personal brand is people know about you. They have an opinion of you before they meet you. And your personal brand can shape how people feel about you. And again, this kind of goes back to earlier. You could use it for negative reasons, or you could use it for positive reasons. If you want to be the source of your community, of all great things happening in your community as a real estate professional or as a business owner, if you want to be the source of all that, having a personal brand builds you in a reputation. People know who you are before they meet you. People have an opinion about you before they meet you. And again, it can sometimes be negative, and that's okay. Like, you have to get comfortable with that because of the fact that many will think it's positive, and you'll never find those people if you let that small little piece of negativeness keep you there. If they keep you small in your world because you're so scared of all the negative, feelings about you, you are never going to reach the vast majority that will feel positively about you. And this is so damn important for you. For people to, for you to have a reputation from building out a personal brand without having to go on a TV show or spend tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, guys, is a game changer. And with that reputation, you become an influence on your area. Your credibility goes up 10,000 points. When we meet with people, and now I share with them exactly how we sell houses. And I share with them and say, hey, here's this recent video I put up on Friday. Put it up, had 100,000 plus views before Saturday morning. We had 2 open houses that weekend. We had 50 people there. Over a quarter of them literally came in the door and said, wow, this house, better, worse, whatever. Then I saw on TikTok, man, John, he's so great. He's hysterical. I learned so much. And then here's the other things we do to market your home. And hey, also, that home ended up getting 5-6 offers. We did best and final, and they sold for 5% above market value. That becomes a value proposition. That becomes your reputation, and it gives you credibility. In whatever you are doing, the most powerful thing is when people look you up and they see you have X amount of followers and X amount of engagement. They look at some of your recent content and see all these different people commenting and engaging with you and you sharing wisdom. That becomes credibility. Because here's how the market is changing. This is how the real estate industry is changing. And I'm going to just share with you this as the last point is this year, 2024, into next year, 2025, the industry is going to look completely different. Yes, if you're 75 years old, you're still probably going to call your friend. However, if you're 30, 35, 25, 40, 42, you're not always just going to go with just your friend. You're going to go with the people that you've been digesting their content day in and day out for the last year or the last 2 years, because they are going to be your entire source for information when it comes to real estate or whatever your topic is. Doesn't mean everybody's going to come overnight. It just means once you have a personal brand, you have credibility, and people will go with the credible source more than they will just with a friend of a friend or a loose connection or a Zillow lead, or any of these different things. The people with the personal brands are going to win the real estate industry to come. I'm experiencing it literally as we speak. As I am talking about this, I'm seeing how much a personal brand matters. And I was crazy on this concept about 9 months ago when I started, and I had this vision for what it could be, and I am 10 times where I thought I would be 9 months ago. I thought this was something that was going to take me years to build out. It doesn't have to. If you get in the right room with people that understand what you are trying to do, you will get there a hell of a lot faster. It is that simple. Take this advice, use the power of a personal brand, and I hope this motivates you to really start diving in and building a personal brand, because this can honestly change your life. Having income in several different ways, having opportunities come to you left and right, talented people, great lead sources, all of it can change your life. Being able to share your wisdom is impact on your community, impact on others' lives. You can't do that without a personal brand. Just the God's honest truth. Being able to engage with people is a lot of fun. Sometimes has some negative aspects to it. However, the vast majority, 90%, is positive. And you get to build out a reputation and some credibility for your business that people want to work with you.